Hey, hey to my Pisces. This is for my divine feminine Pisces. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on wherever in the world you are in. I lost my train of thought. I apologize. Anyway, so like I said, this is a zodiac reading for the month of March for my divine feminines. I did decide to go ahead and separate divine feminines and divine masculine zodiac readings just so it's just so you feel more comfortable, I guess, being able to tell, or it's easier for you to be able to tell whether or not the message is for you. Which even if I didn't separate them, which sometimes I may decide not to, and when I do this reading for you, and if you've watched the masculine reading, you'll see why. The masculine Pisces reading. If you watch that one, you'll see why I may not separate them all the time, but sometimes I will. But oh my gosh. Okay, sorry guys, the house phone started ringing and that was annoying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into the reading. So divine feminines, this card came up for the masculines. Honestly, this is desire. And this desire card has to do with your goals, the things you're passionate about. It could also just have to do with sexual desire. But in this case, it's not, sexual desire is not the case at all. But this reading in particular is, like I said, kind of like the masculines reading. It's about, I see feminines are like upset right now in a way. If not upset, just emotionally confused. Like you're going back and forth with yourself when it comes to your commitment to your journey. Whenever you're on a journey right now to pursuing your goals and fulfilling your purpose in this world, and even discovering what this purpose is, you're actively on this journey. You're awakening right now, learning to see things from a different perspective. You're in the process of learning all this, but you're still going through moments of being upset about things maybe not going the way you had planned for them to go, or the way you hoped for them to go whenever you started pursuing these goals. It doesn't look like what you imagined to look like yet. Okay? Yet is the key word. Things are happening for you, but you have to look outside of what you can see. You have to see past what you see. You have to open your third eye and see past what's in front of you, because what's in front of you, which may seem like stagnancy, things aren't moving forward, or that you're failing, that's not really what's happening. You're going through a process right now. You're spiritually going through a process. You are mentally going through a process. You are emotionally going through a process. All of these parts of you are going through a journey. Like you are going through experiences, okay, that are ultimately leading you towards your new beginning. All right. Like I said, you're awakening right now, but you do have to look at things from a different perspective. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Yeah, you do have to look at things from a different perspective, okay? And this is something that came up for the masculines. It is important to be yourself. That's another thing that you're learning along this journey, is you're learning to re-emerge pretty much from the conditioning that has happened to you over time. All right. You're shedding. So all of this reading has to do with your commitment and your faith in yourself, your commitment to this journey, your commitment to this path. Because if you choose a path, which ultimately is already it's something that's already within us, something that we know is going to be our purpose, but we have to come to a knowing of that. And this is why I say we know, okay? Deep knowing, higher power. You've been receiving messages and signs. Message in a bottle. So you've been receiving messages and signs about this. You know, you've probably questioned and asked, like, can you please give me a sign on whether or not, this is my purpose? Should I keep pursuing this? Am I on the right path? If you haven't received a sign, know that this is your sign right here, this reading, okay? I don't know if anyone has been seeing the number 4 I've seen quite a few fours, and in the masculine reading, a lot of twos came up. But don't get thrown off by me saying masculine reading or feminine reading, because, like I say, gender doesn't matter. I always say that gender does not matter. It's all about the energy, and we all carry masculine and feminine energies within us, which is why I was saying earlier. Sometimes I may not separate the readings, because like I was saying, the masculine reading is very similar to your feminine reading here. So you need to find, and the number 11 might be significant to you too, but you need to go within yourself, look within yourself, and find that strength to keep going, to keep pursuing, okay? To oh, to let go of this confusion and this 7 of Cups. You're emotionally out of balance. Your mind and your heart are not in balance, okay? This 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is just being disappointed. It's a feeling of disappointment. This is a feeling of confusion, not knowing exactly if you're in the right place, if you're on the right path, if what you're doing now is what you should be doing, or should you just settle for something else or do something else. No, you are on the right path. Okay, let go of this confusion. Stop juggling things in your head. If you're going through a moment of just like instability, if you're going through moments of emotional instability, and you just keep feeling like you keep feeling like you're not doing enough, even though you're actively doing things right now, you're doubting yourself. That, like I've said, for the masculines, that means that you need to step away from what you're doing right now, from what you're physically doing, and sit down and go within yourself. It's time to stop moving physically when you get like that, when you're out of balance. Stop doing physically and sit down and go within yourself. If you do anything physically, you do grounding work, taking a walk outside, writing in your journal, things to keep you in the present moment and not so far off into the future that you cause anxiety for yourself, okay? So that's that. And you're also becoming stronger as you go along in your journey with faith. That was the next card we had up here. If you like, these experiences are in a way testing your faith, okay? And that's where commitment comes in. You have to be committed to this path, committed to this journey, keep moving forward, and acceptance of what's happening in your present moment, and an acceptance of what may happen. And just be open-minded, be receptive to whatever may come to you, because staying high vibrational after going within and balancing yourself attracts new beginnings to you, towards you. Okay. I got the Queen. You're gaining wisdom. Okay. Everything that you're experiencing, everything you've ever experienced in your past, from childhood up to this very moment, has provided you the necessary wisdom in order for you to move forward, in order for you to be able to go in and balance yourself, know the work that you need to do in order to balance yourself and ground yourself and continue to move forward. All these experiences have helped you gain that necessary wisdom. But you got to see, I always point to the third eyes on these cards, but you have to see outside of what you see. Okay, you can't just solely pay attention to the physical, because like I said, it may seem one way, but it's not always going that way. All right. So stop procrastinating. If you're procrastinating, this is the Ace of Wands. If you're procrastinating on starting something, or if you're procrastinating on continuing something, and you're just kind of sitting there in your emotions, or you're sitting there in your confusion, going back and forth with yourself, you need to get up and balance. Okay, get up and balance, clear your mind. All right, clear your mind and allow stability to come in. Let me see. For this card, I got something in particular. Yeah, and that's like I was saying, I sometimes refer to the books. Okay, so the first thing I noticed was getting to the core of a situation. And by books, I meant like with these decks, I only refer to certain books. I don't grab all the books with each deck. But you need to get to the core of the situation, meaning the core of your fears, the core of your low vibrational energy in a certain moment, probably. And I am looking at a card, so I'm just going to grab it and see what it is. Okay, so the card that I was drawn to pull just now was the Emperor, which is masculine energy. So a lot of this has to do with action. And I have 3 cards here on the side, some extra cards that I was guided to pull, not just now, but earlier. They're all fire cards. They all have to do with action. They all have to do with taking action and moving forward, being confident in yourself. And that's also what introspective work does for you. Going within yourself and allowing yourself to heal anything that needs healing. It allows you to gain the necessary confidence to move forward and to be yourself, to be your authentic self, to discover yourself and show who you are to the world. Truly fulfill your purpose, inspiring others, okay? This is the hero. The hero has to do with basically saving the world, which to me, I always take this card as you are truly fulfilling your purpose. You are on the path to fulfilling your purpose. You are going to be one of the great heroes in this world, helping others to uplift. You'll be helping humanity to uplift themselves and awaken. Then we have the 10 of Wands, which is about taking action, fulfilling your duty. Okay, it's about taking action and fulfilling your duty in this world. It is also about, I'm flipping to that page right now so I can see the keywords that highlight to me. I always see certain words that highlight keywords. 1 second, I'm gonna pause this. So yeah, this 10 of Wands is about self-mastery and evolution, being a light being and doing light work. So that could be a part of some of your purposes, feminines, okay? If you feel like you're meant to be a healer, you're meant to heal and help uplift humanity. You're meant to help humanity to awaken to their journey, to awaken to their paths, to learn about the path, to learn about what the path and the journey is all about, the introspective work and everything, what it's all about, then do that. Sometimes Spirit does this. I'm being guided to pull another card. I always like to pre-pull. But yeah, I'm going to put that off to the side and refer to it later. But you are receiving so much fire, feminines. This is Spirit's way of telling you it's time for action. It's time to get out of this funk, okay? Do that balancing work. Do your grounding work, your introspective work. Take a look at yourself, okay? Look hard at yourself and give attention to get to the core of the situation, okay? Get to the core of any heavy energy that you're feeling. And that requires just being still sometimes. And stepping away from any distractions like your phone, anything, that you use as a distraction. All right. And then we have the tribe here, which what stood out to me with that card is knowing your place in the world. Okay. What stood out to me with this card is knowing your place in the world. And you do know. You're coming to know it, okay? You know that you have a higher purpose. This is a deep knowing within you. You've been receiving signs. Things have been synchronizing for you as you go down your path. You've been receiving messages, all right, from the divine. And you'll know because it's something that you can't explain. It's like, oh my gosh, like this speaks to me in a certain way. And if it does speak to you in a certain way, you take that, all right? You don't doubt it. Stop doubting, all right? And so the extra cards that I pulled on the side that I was randomly drawn to pull as I was talking, like I said, was the Emperor and the 3 of Pentacles. So, like I said, the Emperor in this case has to do with masculine energy. Oh, and like I said, 4s. We have higher power, which I always see as the Divine's card, and Emperor, which both have the number 4. But yeah, so you need to balance your masculine and your feminine energies. And your masculine energy is the part of you that takes action, okay? That gets things done, all right? Structure and discipline. That goes along with commitment, continuing to move forward. And 3 of Earth is about learning, all right? You're going to receive... You are going to receive recognition as you move forward towards your purpose, okay, of being this hero for the world. But you got to be a team player, all right? You got to work with the divine. Pay attention to these signs, heed your intuition, and keep moving forward in stoicism, being strong, okay? Like I said, having strength to continue moving forward and release this perspective here, a perspective of nothing is going right, all right? And get into that masculine energy and do the necessary inner work and move forward, all right? Trying to think, there was something else I got with this 3 of Pentacles. Mostly learning. So as you move forward, as you take the necessary action, and as you continue to go through with your purpose, the path towards your purpose, you are learning everything that's necessary and gaining the necessary wisdom in order to be the hero for the world that you're meant to be. So that is all for my divine feminine, my Pisces divine feminines. I hope you have a wonderful day. You're doing a great job. Just keep moving forward and have faith in yourself. All right, you got faith here, and have faith in the divine. And also if any animals stand out to you, look up the spiritual meanings of animals. The hero also has a lot of animals in it. I love this card. It has a bunch of animals like the boar, the bear, mostly the boar and the bear it looks like. But yeah, so you have a wonderful day, and I love you all.